what was this, Bleacher Report or ESPN or NFL or who was this?
Somebody. I forgot. It was everywhere, though.
So let's see. They had our floor at 4-13, and they had our ceiling at 9-8. I mean, I don't really know, how to react to this. Everybody has their opinion on what we're going to be. Everybody has done an NFC South, record projection. Everybody has done what they expect from Bryce Young. I mean, at this point, like I said, it's very, very old to me. I mean, if we're having a very, very transparent conversation and just being extremely upfront with each other and just being honest, it's possible that we go 4-13. Do I believe that's going to happen? Absolutely not. I mean, hell, it's possible that we go 0-17. Do I believe that's going to happen? Absolutely not. But, I mean, when you look at the schedule and you look at the way, it's orchestrated, you look at some of the question marks that we still have in place, like when Austin Corbett will be back. When you look at how questionable that offensive line looked when we were at camp, when you look at the question marks that you have surrounding your starting defensive backs in J.C. Horn and Dante Jackson, it's possible that you hit 4-13. It is. Just like, I don't know if I said this on the pod the other day, but I was having a conversation with somebody, and I said, yeah, it is very, very possible that you go 0-6 to start the season off. Do I believe that's going to happen? No. But if you look at everything for what it is and what it's worth, it's a very, very strong possibility that it could happen.
Yeah, but I feel like you're more so saying that as far as, like, anything is possible, which, I mean,
yes,
just that goes for anything in life, honestly. So I really take that with a grain of salt. I really don't have a lot to comment on the record. Like, I just don't think it's going to be – I just disagree with it. And, I mean, we've already got into, like, sharing our records and things like that, how we think the season is going to go, and I have us going 9-8. I do have us going 9-8. Do I think that that's our ceiling? No. But do I think that based off of the situation that we currently have with a rookie quarterback, different new pieces at wide receiver, new addition to the defense, a whole new coaching staff, I think that we can pull off 9-8. I think that would be good for us. But 4-13, nah, that's just I don't think so. That's just disrespectful in my opinion. To even have Tampa Bay just being above us, because I mean they really ain't on shit with Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask.
Yeah,
so I mean, I don't get that, but that's really all I have to say about it, honestly. Because I'm also tired of addressing the situation too, because it's like the Carolina Panthers are gonna continue to get shitted on and shitted on and shitted on. So it's like everything that we see in the media is gonna be bullshit, in my opinion, at least. So
yeah, I mean I feel you, and to be honest, I mean, if your cornerback stay healthy, your defense alone will win you 7 football games.
Yeah.
Based on what I seen at training camp. Now, I heard yesterday that Aaron Rodgers had a couple of drives where he made our defense look pedestrian. But I also know in that same breath that Aaron Rodgers gave that bitch up.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson gave that bitch up. So it's not like I've seen a lack of turnovers created by this defense. It's not like I've seen a lack of pass rush from this defense like I did last year.
Well, the first drive, not to cut you off, the first drive, Aaron Rodgers went 3 and out on the first 11 on 11.
And, I mean, if with all due respect to all the other quarterbacks in the NFL, it's only maybe 3 from a talent perspective that's better than bro. So even if our defense was getting shredded up, okay, cool. We don't got to play Aaron Rodgers this year.
Yeah.
Because if we look at our division, I know you're not going to make an argument that Desmond Ridder is anything remotely close to Aaron Rodgers. I know you're not going to make an argument that Baker Mayfield or Kyle Trask is even remote. What's the nigga name? Kyle Trask?
Yeah.
Is even remotely close to being Aaron Rodgers. And I know you're not going to make an argument that Derek Carr is remotely close to Aaron Rodgers.
And without, like, memorizing our schedule, I don't even know if we'll play a quarterback this year as good as Aaron Rodgers, unless I'm missing somebody.
Oh, I mean, we can pull it up real quick just for the sake of the conversation.
Because, I mean, Vikings, Detroit,
Kirk
Seattle,
Cousins ain't that.
Miami, Green Bay, all of the quarterbacks in our division.
Fields, Dak. That's it. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, cool. If you ask me who the best quarterback is that will play this year, I'm gonna tell you it's gonna be either Trevor Lawrence or it's gonna be Dak Prescott, or maybe Justin Fields, depending on how he comes out this year. But I'll be more comfortable with telling you Trevor Lawrence or Dak Prescott, just based on resumes alone. Cool. Neither one of them are even remotely close to being Aaron Rodgers. So I say all of this to say that a floor of 4-13 is very, very disrespectful. Is it possible? Yes. We know everything is possible. It's the NFL. We know that it's designed for you to be a 500 football team.
Yep.
We get that. But the way this roster is orchestrated, I don't believe that we only win 4 games. I think that we get above halfway to that point after our first 6. If I'm being honest, because I can easily see us going 4-2 in that stretch. Mm-hmm. I can see us going 1-5 in that stretch. I can see us going 3-3 in that stretch. But if you're asking me, I'll probably lean more so to that 3-3/4-2 range. Because I feel like we're going to come out and dominate Atlanta. I feel like we're going to come out and dominate New Orleans week 1 and 2. And then who do we have week 3? Or do you have it right in front of you right now?
I don't. Week 3.
This is why I hate having these conversations, because
it's Atlanta, New Orleans, and then
Seattle. Cool. Okay, cool. You go on the road, you go to Seattle, they're going to be hunting for blood. They might stretch you. Cool. But as far as I'm concerned, we clipped them last year with a worse team.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody wants to make this stance and have everything to say that we no longer have DJ Moore. But, I mean, some of those games, you know, were down the stretch. DJ Moore either didn't play or he was MIA due to incompetence at the quarterback position. You know, so put it this way, just to cut this conversation short, because I'm about ready to wrap here. There's no way we win only 4 games this year. With the coaching staff, with the roster, there's no way we win only 4 games. Dante and JC could both go down, and I still wouldn't believe that we will only win 4 games.
Yeah.
Because to me, and I've been saying this, and my stance really has not changed, you win 5 or 6 in your division. Because we won what last year? 3?
Yeah.
4? 3?
Beat Atlanta once, beat New Orleans twice, beat Tampa Bay once.
Cool. And we've gotten better, in my opinion.
Should have beat Atlanta twice.
So you should have been 5-1 in your division last year, and really you could make an argument that you should have been 6-0.
Yeah.
But what is your main reason for losing to Tampa Bay the second time?
Cornerback
no
play.
Corners.
So
okay,
if you
cool,
lose both of your cornerbacks,
but you don't have Tom
cute,
Brady.
But you're not playing against Tom Brady.
You're playing against Baker Mayfield.
And I say this,
Kyle Trask.
You know, I say this, and y'all take it with a grain of salt. But C.J. Henderson looked fine to me when I saw him play, and this was coming off of an injury in training camp. When I seen him play, or when I saw him practice at training camp, he looked fine. He looked serviceable. Because I was watching. I told you I was going to go out there with my notebook. It wasn't a notebook, but it was my notes on my phone. It was a couple of them niggas that I was watching very, very closely. He looked fine. He looked serviceable. He looked okay. Now, if we got to put him and Keith Taylor on the field together at the same time, then I just hope Von Bell and Xavier is ready.
Yeah.
And I hope that front 7 is ready to go get the quarterback. But the odds of that are happening are very slim. If we're just being honest, the odds of both of our quarterbacks getting hurt at the same time, even though history would tell us opposite, those chances are very slim. They are. J.C. Horn played 15 games last year, right? He played, 3 or 4 games the year before? Both of his injuries have been freak accidents or just really on some dumb shit. The Detroit game was over. He trying to punch the ball loose. It's fucking 15 degrees outside. He breaks his wrist. Okay, cool. The year before that against Houston, bullshit turf that all of these owners like using because they're greedy and just want to put more money in their pockets. you know, cool. Rose's foot the wrong way, that's broken. If you want to make an argument that J.C. Horn is extremely brittle, then I'll give it to you and say, you know, he need to drink more whole milk or something. Something got to change because his bones keep snapping.
Whole milk is bad for you.
Well, they told me milk was good for my bones.
They told you that in school, yeah. Of course, they tell you a lot of bullshit in school. They also tell you that. Never mind.
But long story short, man, like I said, in rapping, because I'm pretty much done. It's been a long week. There's no way the Carolina Panthers only win 4 games. At some point, the national media is going to have to give us our fucking respect. And I know I said I was going to stop using so much profanity, so I apologize. I'll change my sentence and say, at some point, the national media has to give the Carolina Panthers respect.
That's correct. The Panthers will win 6 games.
Okay. That's fine. If you want to do something on that financially, we can do it. I already have you at 10, but if you want to make it easier for me and give it to me at 7, then let's do that. Because I don't see 9 losses on our schedule. I don't see 10 losses on our schedule, and I damn sure don't see 11 losses on our schedule. So you telling me we going 6-11? Okay, cool. If you feel that way, DM the page, text me, call me, whatever you want to do. Let's do something financially. Because I'm done talking about it, honestly, at this point.